Well, hello everyone. This week we are bringing you a focus on some of the work that the Law and Policy team has been up to. A reception for members of Provincial Parliament at Queen's Park last week, a trip to Alberta for lobbying in Edmonton this week, and another legal update. It's Wednesday, May 22nd, and this is Quick Updates.
So we just finished our lunch. We just hosted MPPs and staffers for a really great lunch today, talking to them, building relationships with them, connecting with them on the different issues. We're also spending the 2 days here having meetings as well. Daniel, why don't you mention what we're doing here in the meetings, what we're talking about in those meetings?
So one of the big issues that we're focusing on provincially right now is on provincial-made safeguards. So the federal government isn't interested in implementing further safeguards right now, but we're talking about what can provincial governments do to better protect Ontarians within the healthcare system.
So apparently there are more people than just ARPA here today, and there's lots going on. But what we want you to do is pay attention, listen. We're going to be trying to continue having this conversation more about provincial-made restrictions and what you can do to help move this issue forward as well.
Hey everyone, it's Daniel and Levi, and we're here at Edmonton at the Alberta Legislature. And we're here to have some conversations and some meetings with provincial MLAs to talk to them about how we can have provincial safeguards on euthanasia. Daniel, you're the expert on this. What would provincial safeguards here in Alberta look like?
Yeah, so we've really been talking about the federal government is not interested in implementing further safeguards on euthanasia right now. So what can provinces do? Well, provinces do have jurisdiction over the administration and the delivery of healthcare. And there is room for provinces to, for example, ban MAID for mental illness, to make sure that doctors don't suggest MAID to a patient. Those are a couple of the recommendations we've been working on. There's a few more, but yeah, really just starting to have these conversations and see what provincial governments might be willing and interested in doing.
Yeah, it's really cool to see provincial governments take initiative, whether it's the Let Kids Be campaign and banning medical transitions here in Alberta, or even to Quebec, making sure that they have their own legislation that talks about and has safeguards on provincial euthanasia requirements. So it's really cool to see the laboratory of democracy at work here in Canada, and we just need more provinces to enact provincial euthanasia safeguards.
Imagine you thought that a journalist was collecting information about you for a story, or a novelist was taking notes about your personality for a character in a novel. Could you demand to see their notes? Legally, no, because those notes are made for journalistic and artistic purposes. But in British Columbia, former Jehovah's Witnesses are claiming a right to see notes made by former elders for religious purposes years ago, from when they were excommunicated. Now, these former members won their case in the lower court, and the elders are appealing. ARPA plans to intervene in that appeal to help the court address issues of religious institutions' autonomy and the issue of what are legitimate legal reasons for demanding the disclosure of religious records. Now, we filed our application to intervene in BC's Court of Appeal last week, and we'll keep you up to date. Thanks.
Well, that's it for Quick Updates. Thanks to you for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.